Hello. You may be wondering what's going on here. Well, what you're looking at is my next video I'm working on. One of 4 out of the latest series, and this particular one's all in time-lapse, and thing you may notice about it is that there's no music to it. So for this series, for those of you who are morbidly curious as to how I put music together for my videos, how I write it and how I record it, this is going to be I think a short series. I'm thinking no more than 3. I could be wrong, but videos on just show you how I record and write music for my videos and put things together. And so anyway, not necessarily directly model railroad related, but yet it's a part of what I do on YouTube, and it's one of my hobbies that I enjoy. So anyway, this will be a little bit of a digression from the regular layout video. So well, the way I start out with making music, well, I've got a couple of goals. I'm not intending to make some kind of magnum opus and spend hours and hours of time trying to compose this thing, because it is just background music for a video. So I usually set a goal for myself to spend no more than between 4 to 6 hours on composing and recording and editing of the music. So music itself tends to be rather repetitive. Take a pattern, find an interesting pattern, and add on to it as things go by to keep interest, to make it so that it's not, even though I am repeating myself 50 billion times, cycling through these chords, that it just, interesting things happen. I add new instruments, or I add new patterns or something. So, and I usually start out by just spending some time goofing around either on the keyboard or my bass or my acoustic guitar, and I try to come up with some sort of interesting pattern and see how it develops from there. Right now I came up with something that has some possibilities, and it's a little funky. It's in an odd time signature. I went to Berkeley College of Music studying jazz performance back in the 80s, so I kind of like messing around with that from time to time. So we got it recorded. It's time to do a little slice and dice and find out, discover the most consistent set of tracks is, and cut and paste and loop this through and maybe come up with some other riffs, some other chord changes in here to keep it interesting. So mess around with it. Okay, I got the second segment recorded. Okay, now to put something else and finish this cycle out and cycle through the chord progression about a minute. And this particular video I'm working on is like 6 minutes long, so roll it through 5 or 6, probably 6 times. Depends on what kind of introduction I come up with. If I want to segue into it with some kind of weird intro, which this thing's already weird enough, but anyway, go on. I'm going to add another riff to another chord progression, add something interesting. There. See what I can do with that. Main structure of the song recorded in place. All I need to do now is fill it in with other instrumentation, other patterns over this. Coming to the end of the cycle, go back and begin. Voila. Now for the drums, I just basically add one drum component at a time. Just trigger it on my keyboard, and it keyboard triggers sends a signal to the computer, and it triggers a soft synthesizer, basically a drum sampler, and can create different drum patterns and sounds and stuff like that. Now if this were in a regular meter like 4/4, I'm slightly more inclined to use some of the stock patterns that came with the drum synthesizer, and just kind of tweak those and loop those, and that makes it a lot quicker. But since I'm doing stuff in a funky time signature, I gotta kind of roll my own drums for this. So let's just give you a little lesson of what I do.